Hello and welcome to Pokésports, a competitive Pokemon podcast. I'm Mike and I play with one Pokemon on the field.
I'm Kevin. Mike's older now.
I know.
Happy birthday, Mikey.
Welcome.
It's not Mikey's birthday today, but it was earlier this week.
Yeah. Yeah. It is closer to my birthday now in the past than it was the last time we spoke.
How does it feel being another year older, another
You don't know
year
how old
wiser?
I am.
I don't. You're 30-something.
Yeah, you did say that on Discord. I wanted to say something, but I was like, nah, it's okay.
Do you know how old I am?
27.
See? I'm not the only one that doesn't know how old each other
Am
is.
I wrong?
Yeah, I'm 28. I'll be 29
28.
in July.
Okay.
I'm old too. I'm 30
you're
next year.
You're going to be 29 in July? You're going to be over
Yeah.
here not during the time that you're...
No, later in July.
Okay.
I'll still be a little boy when I'm in Toronto.
I'm going to have to go over there and we'll celebrate by doing a podcast. That's what we do.
That's what we do to celebrate.
Yes. Yeah, I am. Well, I guessed yours. Do you want to guess mine?
30. I would have said 34 if I didn't know it was your birthday. No, I would have said 33 if I didn't know if it was your birthday 2 days ago. So I'm going to say 34.
What?
Are you 34?
No.
30? Oh, how old
I
are
mean,
you?
No, I'm not. I am 33. I didn't understand what you
Oh,
meant.
I said I would have said 33 if
Yeah.
I didn't know it was your birthday 2 days ago.
Okay, so you would have said 33 like last week.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
But it's 34. You're 33 now.
I am 33.
You just
yes.
leveled up. Okay, so we're both off by a year. That's not too bad.
I meant to hit this one.
You should have hit the tombstone instead.
Yeah, that's right. I'm 33. Oh. That's all good. But yeah, it was a fun time. I spent my birthday paying for hotels and Airbnbs.
Uh-oh.
So
That sounds like a great birthday.
yeah. I'm another year poorer. Yay. But
Did you have fun at least?
I mean, I did because we're planning a trip. We're going to Scotland in
Oh,
August.
that's what you were getting hotels and B&Bs. I thought you were just going out partying.
Oh no, I
Getting
wish.
schwasty and then knocking out at some random Airbnb for the night. We've all done that.
We have. Yeah, I bought 3 different Airbnbs in Toronto on Wednesday, and I just hit them up one after the other.
We went B&B hopping.
We went B&B and bar hopping. No, the actual answer is much sadder than that. I was at my mom's place getting Airbnbs and hotels.
Hey, listen, that's no problem.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to
At least
Scotland
you're going somewhere.
in August. I'm going to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And then we're going to take little mini trips inside there. We're going up to Inverness and then down to London.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're getting the whole UK experience.
A little bit.
Scotland and UK? I hope so.
Yes.
Good.
I think. Yes.
Is it invited to the kingdom? I don't know.
Kevin and I know nothing about any of this. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised you pronounced that word that you said.
Inverness?
Yes.
Yeah.
Infernape?
Infernape? Now, if you were making a local team in Inverness, which is, by the way, like a very tiny place in Scotland, you could name yourselves the Inverness Invernapes.
Yeah. If we were doing draft league.
Yeah.
I'm sad. Every time I played draft leagues in the past, I had the best name, but I would never do well enough to actually have any recognition for it.
What were some of the names that you've had in draft leagues?
I would always use New Jersey Dwebbles. I was so happy. I was like, that's such a great name.
I think it's fascinating that the New Jersey Dwebbles chose the Dwebble, like the small one, and not Crustle, the big one.
It's because it's New Jersey Devils.
Oh, it's the Dwebble.
The Dwebbles. Yeah, it's like the hockey team. New Jersey Devils.
But if you're going to say it like that, you got to say like, oh, it's the New Jersey Dwebbles.
New Jersey Dwebbles.
You got to say it with a little bit of a...
Yo, the NJ Dweebs.
Ooh, yeah, the NJ Dweebs. Do they call it the NJ Deeves?
No.
Oh, man. Do they actually call it the NJ Dweebs? Because I feel like that's a good way to make fun of New Jersey Devils fans.
Maybe Maple Leafs call us that, but
yeah,
I don't know if we call
in
ourselves
Toronto.
that.
Yeah, I'll go ask around all the hockey people because I'm certainly not one of those.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
I got asked a very sad question this week.
What?
They said, Kevin, what are your hobbies? I couldn't answer them. Just like, I don't know.
Wait, who asked you this question?
Just a random coworker. You know, the person I'm training just asked, Kevin, what do you do when you leave work? And I'm like, I play Pokemon.
See, because Kevin and I we're in a very interesting situation, the two of us, because both of us spent a good like 6 months where like Pokésports was our job, was our thing. And then once COVID started letting people work again, we had big boy jobs and we had our full-time thing and then this. So some people would call this a hobby. Some people would call what we do a hobby. Other people would call what we do a side hustle, which honestly, I don't know how I feel about that term, but I have fun doing this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I consider this work. So right now I'm just sitting here talking with my friend. This is a hobby to me. I don't know.
But then how do you explain that to a coworker?
How do you explain that to a coworker? Right. For a hobby, I make podcasts and I make videos.
I travel to events.
Yes.
That's a thing, I guess.
It's a very expensive hobby.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. What's the next one we're going to? Oh, we're going to New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans in like less than a month.
Yeah, less than a month. I didn't realize how close we were until like earlier this week. I was like, oh, we're almost done with May. We're halfway through, huh?
Yeah, we're almost a third through regulation G.
That's crazy. That's also crazy.
Yeah.
And I haven't even done Reshiram yet. I haven't done Reshiram. I haven't done Giratina.
It's okay.
I'm a bad YouTuber. Look at me. I'm using Sunflora and Rabska before these other restricted.
You know what? It's okay. It's okay. Give it time. It works. I was going to ask, what have you been up to this week? We missed last week. Honestly, I was sick as well. Like I have had this like ear infection that I just could not kick. And like yesterday was the first day where I like felt 100%.
Oh, that's good. You had an ear infection. I feel like I haven't gotten an ear infection since I was a child. What are you putting in your ears, right? Mike?
What have I been doing?
What do you gotta clean them? Yeah, not with Q-tips. Apparently, that's bad.
Don't do that, I guess.
Do you know what does work? Is hydrogen peroxide. You let it sit in there, it's gonna fizz up, and then you just turn your head the other side. It's up, everything comes out.
Yeah, welcome to Pokésports. I've been using like this oil that like you do the same kind of thing. You just lie on your side for 10 minutes and just do that. It really helped out. But yeah, my adenoids went and I don't know, got sick.
You know what? That's my hobby. I like watching earwax removal videos on TikTok.
Do you really?
I do. It's something oddly satisfying about them.
That's so cool because I do too. Well, I guess we have another set of videos that we're going to be sending each other on TikTok. That's fun.
Welcome to EARsports.
Welcome to Pokésports.
Okay, at 100,000 subscribers, both Mike and myself will get one of those little tiny cameras, and we're going to dig out each other's ears, and then...
I do not trust you anywhere near my ears.
You don't trust me with a scalpel next to your ear?
Certainly not. Certainly not. I will go to one of those clinics, and I will have a professional go and do it. But you know what they're going to find?
Are you trying to say I'm not a professional?
That is exactly what I'm saying. And I will love every second of it, and they will love every second of it because my ears are clean as a whistle, buddy. Hear that? That's me cleaning my ears
now.
right now.
I mean, yeah. By the time we get to 100K, they're still going to be clean, though.
No. By the something's gonna fall Something's going to fall
6
through
ear
the
infections
cracks.
later. Yeah.
As I attain success, you know what I'm going to stop? Cleaning my ears.
Someone else is gonna do it for me.
Yeah, exactly.
They have those. I know. Sorry, guys, but
I'm not. Welcome to Pokésports.
let's keep reminding them this is a Pokemon podcast.
Yeah.
We promise we'll get there eventually. You see, like those twist Q-tips. They're like
Yeah.
kind of
They're like
a
little
corkscrew.
drills. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You think I
apparently the
don't
best
know
one.
about that? We just had 5 minutes of this, and you think I don't know about that?
That's apparently the one that's you're supposed to use. That's good for you.
Oh,
The little
okay.
corkscrews, because it doesn't jam more things in. It pushes them out.
Oh, interesting. I bought these kind of. What's your favorite episode of Pokésports? I loved it when Mike and Kevin talked about ears for a long time. But these Q-tips, I do need to say it. It's in my head, and I won't be able to continue until I do. I bought these Q-tips, and some of them are like the big round heads, but some of them have like pointy tips, and
Oh, they have
that's
the
like
pointed
dangerous.
ones.
Yeah.
You know what Pokemon needs Q-tips?
What?
Exploud.
Okay, hold on.
It's
Let me look up.
gotta be
Exploud.
dirty in some of those tubes, man.
Why do you say Exploud specifically?
Look at it.
Oh, are all of those ears? No, like
All of those
sound's
are-
got to come out from that, right?
Well, I guess they probably also get dirty. Oh, so you're saying all those things are mouths, Michael? I'd hope not.
Well, he has one big one,
Yeah.
but like, what are all the tubes for? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't know,
6,
but I can
7
imagine
tubes.
things getting stuck in there.
There are 11 tubes on Exploud.
Don't
'Cause he's
forget
got
it's
2 on his
kneecaps.
knees. Yeah, 2
yeah.
on his knees and 2 on his butt.
And 2 on his arms and 1 big tail.
Oh, he's got 13.
So many tubes.
Why has this guy got so many tubes for? And then if you count his throat, anyway. Dude, just he needs some Q-tips.
You
that's
ever
probably
realize
his gunky.
from Loudred to Exploud, it just totally loses the rabbit ears. Where do they go?
Oh yeah, they become tubes.
Also, I guess they are ears.
They must be.
They must be his ears.
They must be ears. If you look up Loudred, by the way, on Google Images, you get like the first row of like Loudred just like partying, like yeah. But then on the second line, there's Loudred with its mouth closed, and that looks weird to me. And it's like a clip from the anime, and it's 3 of them like standing kind of like.
Oh, I don't
imposing.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Loudred has to have its mouth open all the time.
Yeah, homie has to have lockjaw. He could never close that mouth. What the heck? Yeah, no, that's like some. Oh no, I found a video, not a video, a still image of just like it looking directly at the camera with its mouth closed. It's the most disturbing thing I've seen. So I told you we were gonna talk about Pokemon today.
Yeah,
guys.
we circled right back to it. We were
Look at this.
there. We are there. Yeah, that thing's just looking right at you, huh? Oh, okay. But now what if we just say that Loudred is like Bellybolt, where like the eyes aren't what you think they are.
Okay.
The eyes are actually the ears.
Frying pans.
Use the frying pan
You can make eggs in the morning.
as a drying. Or if it's raining, you can use that frying pan as a drying pan.
Wow!
All right. Welcome to Pokésports, competitive Pokemon podcast. We talk about Pokemon.
Eventually.
Sometimes. Last week.
We should have an hour-long preach one of these days when it's like really dead news. Just an hour of preach.
I would love that. I would love that very, very much. I would love to go and find the question of the day.
If only we didn't have 5 regionals to talk about today.
But however, yeah, we've got 5 whole regionals to talk about. So in the 2 weeks that we were gone, there were so many people playing Pokemon that
weren't us.
Yeah. What even is this? Amazing. On May 4th and 5th, there was a total of 730-ish people playing in the world competitively. And then the week after, 3 different places in 3 different parts of the world, Colombia, Sweden, and Puerto Rico, were all playing Pokemon as well. However, that one much less than the week before. Sweden only had 256 players, and then Carolina and Bogota had 100 total. That's wild.
Oh, there's a Carolina in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's Carolina, Puerto Rico. Or I guess it's
okay.
Carolina.
Carolina. Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
So, yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of these today. So hopefully you're strapped in, ready to talk about Pokemon for the rest of the hour, because we just spoke about ears for the first 15 minutes. And don't worry, we'll get back to it. Can't get enough of that ear content. You know, some people are probably like scared of ears, and we just like freaked them way out.
We didn't give them an ear warning. We're sorry.
They weren't expecting to be.
We're still talking about ears.
Yeah. We'll continue talking about ears.
We have those too.
Indianapolis. That happened May 4th and 5th, the week that we missed. 688 players. I'm not. 688 players played in Indianapolis. I am. Of course, I'm sorry. And it was a fun time. We've got the top 4. And of course, the winner received a 2024 World's Invite, 200 championship points, and $6,000. It's a lot of dollars. Good job. And, you know, prizes scaled down from that. You know the deal. In 4th, we got DeWobblefett. DeWobblefett. Who ended up going in with a Calyrex Ice and a Mungus, an Incineroar, a Farigiraf,
a giraffe, and then a giraffe,
a Raging Bolt, and an Urshifu Rapid Strike. Anything you got to say about this team?
Amoonguss is definitely popular again.
Amoonguss is back.
Hello, Amoonguss. Welcome to Regulation G. Amoonguss Factor is in full force.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows what to do. Here's an Amoonguss.
It'll go away. Don't worry. Just ignore it, and Amoonguss will quietly fade into the background.
No, in all honesty, this is a really good team. It's got that similar. Oh, I'm gonna be balanced, but still have a Trick Room mode in case you want to go Trick Room.
Okay.
Uproar on Farigiraf is different. I'm wondering why. But it might just do more damage. How much damage does Uproar do?
It's a very good question there.
I know it's the kind of move that once you click it, you can't stop clicking it, right?
Yeah, because you get addicted to it. 90 power. 90 power.
And what does it do? Does it have, or just doesn't do anything?
While any Pokemon is making an Uproar, a Pokemon can't fall asleep.
Oh.
Hang on, this is something.
Oh. With the Amoonguss factor in full effect, the Wobbuffet said, I'm going back to the kitchen and I'm putting Uproar on my Farigiraf.
The Wobbuffet said, if a Pokemon is facing an Amoonguss, if I'm bringing an Amoonguss, my opponents are probably also going to be bringing an Amoonguss. So if my opponent's bringing an Amoonguss, I'm bringing Farigiraf. I'm using Uproar. I'm keeping him up all night.
It's strange that the Amoonguss factor is in full effect because Miraidon is still very popular, right?
Sure.
And electric terrain, you can't go to bed.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So it's like weird.
So we're doing all these things to keep Pokemon from going to sleep all of a sudden, which does make sense. Because, I mean, like you've got a lot of Pokemon out there that just kind of do a lot of damage, right? Because you've got your Terrapagoses and your Calyrexes and your Koraidons out there. What's the best way to make sure they don't play? You put them to sleep.
Put them to bed.
Put them to bed.
Go to sleep.
Honk shoe. Coming in 3rd was Justin Burns. Coming in with almost the exact same team. Wow, it was a Calyrex Ice, Calyrex Ice, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Raging Bolt, and then instead of a Farigiraf, it was a Pelipper. Now, what is the difference here? Now, instead of the Farigiraf, you're bringing in the Pelipper, so you've got the Drizzle to buff your Urshifu Rapid Strike. You've got the Drizzle to nerf fire damage to your Amoonguss. You don't have the Uproar, but instead you have Wide Guard.
Yeah, you have other options here. And the other thing with Pelipper, it's like if you're dealing with an Amoonguss, you just Hurricane it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Big damage.
That's true. It's true. This Pelipper does have Focus Sash. Ghost Terra type, 3 Terra type ghosts on this team, interestingly enough.
Justin hates a fake out, man.
Can't stand it. That is what that's for, huh?
Well, I mean, if you don't have Farigiraf, yeah, you kind of need some way to stop it. It's Ghost Terras everywhere.
Yeah, this was one of the first ones in a while where I saw a Serena as well. Tang Qiliang brought that one. Ended up
Serena on
going
a rain
6 with
team,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, Serena on a rain team. Serena on a rain team.
I think, like, speaking, well, since we jumped to Shilling Tang, Iron Jugulus, I played it recently. I think it's really strong. And I think especially against Calyrex Shadow, since we can't run Yveltal, having a dark flying type that can do that much damage and go that fast while using its Quark Drive, it's kind of nice.
I thought that one was interesting. I think Iron Jugulus is an interesting one because the move set on it is pretty weak. Like it's Protect, Tailwind, Snarl, and Hurricane. The only thing that does like big damage is the Hurricane. But like that's kind of enough, right?
It's a stab Hurricane though, so yeah, that's gonna hurt.
That's true.
It's gonna hurt bad. And Snarl is all you really need to deal with like blurses. Just snarl them until the end of time.
Snarl them until the end of time. Okay, diving back into top 4, we've got Andrew Zhang, Honor Stoys, with a Terapagos. Terapagos is the name of that Pokemon.
Yes.
Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Amoonguss, and Tornadus.
Yo, this Terapagos set is kind of goated. What the heck is this?
Yeah. The Terapagos set, this is Terapagos with choice specs, Stellar Terra type, obviously, with Terra Starstorm, Dark Pulse, Sleep Talk, and Hyper Beam.
There must be a calc that Andrew knows that I don't know, that you need Hyper Beam above Terra Starstorm.
Now, why would you do that?
Why would you do that to yourself? I guess, okay.
What are the downsides to Terra Starstorm? I don't know it well enough.
Nothing if you're Terapagos.
Right.
You don't lose anything. If Terapagos is the only Pokemon that exists that can click Terra Starstorm and not lose anything for it.
Okay. So, I mean, this is a stellar move. It's a double hit. It's a spread move.
Well, I guess
rather.
Stellar. Okay, so it's Stellar.
Oh, for single target.
Hyper Beam. Yeah. Stellar type Hyper Beam would probably destroy anything it sees, plus the normal stab on it that you get normally. Yeah, okay. I can kind of see it. The only problem is, afterwards, you're not doing anything. You really need to know when to pick and choose that Hyper Beam. That better be the most important Hyper Beam you've ever clicked.
Sure. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Sleep Talk for Sleepy Boys. Obviously, Dark Pulse probably for Cali Shadow.
I love this new Sleep Talk idea with like people who are like, yeah, there's so much sleep going on in the meta. I am servicing my Pokemon more by just putting Sleep Talk on, assuming they're going to fall asleep and just attacking anyway.
And it's a spec Sleep Talk too. So like you got to really commit to that Sleep Talk. Like I know I'm going to bed. Sleep Talk.
Yeah. And I guess if you have your Amoonguss beside you, just spore your Terapagos. Why
you
not?
could sleep yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. If
you
you're
can't
not sure,
sleep me if I sleep me.
Sure. Like what happens if you've got an Amoonguss on the other side of the field and you're sitting there like, I don't know if this Amoonguss is going to put me to sleep. I don't know if this Amoonguss is going to try and do some other kind of shenanigans. Maybe it's baiting me into going to sleep. So like I overplay myself like that all the time where I'm just going to be like, just put myself to sleep. Just don't even worry about it. What else is your Amoonguss going to do? Put the other guy to sleep? It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Whatever. Better to get a Stellar Terra Starstorm off. And then in first was Rajan Ball, who went in with not the only, Miraidon in top 8. There was one in 8th as well. Aaron Trailer. Heard of him. He came in with a Miraidon, Whimsicott, Incineroar, Ogerpon Cornerstone, Farigiraf, and a Blursaluna. Another
really good balance team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think after this regional, after Rajan won, Rajan from Little Lessons, by the way. That's really hard to say. Little Root Lessons.
Little Root Lessons. We need to say it 5 times. It's good advertising for them, too. Little Root Lessons. Oh, no.
Oh, you can't. It's impossible.
Try it at home.
Yeah. after this regional, everyone's like, "Oh, Miraidon's the greatest thing ever. Miraidon is cracked." I don't know if I agree with the greatest thing ever, but I do agree that it's really strong. Like, I think Miraidon versus Koraidon, Miraidon's winning the war. Violet, we finally did it, boys. But it just does way too much damage. And then this Miraidon set specifically, I've been seeing a lot on ladder. It's where they're just running specs with discharge and volt switch. Turn 1 electric Terra volt switch, one shots pretty much everything. It's one-shotting footer mains. It's one-shotting. Yeah, it's disgusting. And it's a volt switch, so you just get out scotch-free. You're just like, bye.
Wait, volt switch Oko's a flutter main?
Yeah, with specs, electric terrain, and electric terra, and stab.
That's really...
It can do it.
Whoa.
At least
volt
the set I was
the
running.
70 power move can knock out a flutter main. That's wild.
So now imagine how much Electro Drift is doing. It's gotten to the point where things in Regulation G are currently running like ground terror. For example, I'm running ground terror on my Indeedee just so I can follow me redirect the electric moves into my Indeedee and not my ally.
And to that point, that's also what Rajan's doing with Farigiraf. Farigiraf's brought the electric seed as well as the terror type ground. And so now you have just kind of all of the encompassing aspects of being able to sit around a Miraidon, especially while it discharges too, right? You hit your terror type ground, they hit discharge, your Farigiraf can't be hit.
You can helping hand boost that nonsense too.
Helping hand boosted. Nobody's getting fake outed that turn because Farigiraf's on the field. And
you have the electric seed so that you get it +1 in defense too. Yeah, that's a nasty combination. Oh my god. Yeah, Rajan's onto something here.
That's a really, really good combo. What? And then like you said, foul play, right?
Oh, that's just for Kali Shadow because they can't Astral Barrage you and they can't hurt you with Expanding Force, so you just foul play them.
Oh,
doesn't matter if it takes 2 or 3. Just spank them a little bit. It's 4 times effective.
Wow.
And I believe that Calyrex actually has an attacking stat. Like, it's not awful.
Yeah, I mean, TBD. Calyrex. Let's find out. We're going to find out together right here on the podcast. Are you ready? Wow. Calyrex Shadow has 85 base attack, and that's normal.
It's not its lowest stat.
You're correct. That would be defense, sadly.
Even more.
Which means the foul play is going to hit pretty hard.
More, yeah.
Especially when it's 4 times effective, right? That's pretty good. I wonder how much damage that actually does. That's got to do like at least half, if not more.
I want to say 75. I'm going to say 75.
75 sounds about right. I feel like it does have a chance to live that.
Yeah.
Like Kevin and I, we both, we ballpark these numbers. So like for all we know, it could just be like full one-shotting it every single time, like 150 to 180% Oko completely. But the way that we calc it, we're like, that looks like about 75.
The vibe's right.
Yeah. We're a bunch of like dads in finance making a treehouse. That is the way that we play Pokemon. We're like, a couple of 2x4s ought to do it.
Put a couple of nails here.
How many nails do you need? I don't know, about 3 boxes.
3 boxes.
How much is in a box? I don't know, just 3 boxes. Where's my Q-tip? Yeah. So congratulations to Rajan. It's a really cool win with a really unique team. And I do really appreciate the Ogerpon Cornerstone. Cornerpon Ogrestone.
Cornerstone Ogerpon.
Yeah.
That's the right way to say it.
No. It deals with that deals with a lot of stuff, right? You've got your Incineroars, you've got your Pelipers, you've got your Tornaduses, you've got your Iron Juguluses.
Yeah, the sturdy pretty much guarantees a Trick Room too. If you just go Cornerstone Ogerpon.
True, and then there's just the Follow Me. Yeah, that's just kind of the whole thing.
All right, bye Indianapolis.
Well. Bye. Indianapolis goes away. That was 688 players in Indianapolis. Congratulations to people. Let's move on.
People.
We've got Buenos Aires in Argentina.
Argentina.
The theme, by the way, of today's episode is VGC around the world. Because this past 2 weeks, what's the word I'm trying to think? Pay cycle.
Oh.
For people who get paid bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah. This has been VGC around the world. 5 different places, 5 different countries, all over the place. There's 6 if you want to count Thailand, but we're not counting Thailand today. There's no time.
They played Regulation F.
There's no time.
We're not gonna talk about Regulation F.
We have no time for Thailand today. Thailand is a place in our hearts. It is all over my heart. Not today.
Bangkok.
All right.
Perfect.
Let's go into Buenos Aires, Argentina. Oh, this one's interesting. All the flags are the same. Most of them.
Nope.
you got 6 out of the 8 people with Argentinian flags. And then the other 2 have Uruguay, thank you.
You got it.
I looked at the URY and I'm like, what was that?
I need a Spanish speaker to help me.
Mm-hmm. This one had a much smaller sample size to go off of, right? Like
yes.
We've got 59 players who participated in this one. And the way that kind of changes things up, right, is I feel like your top 8 is going to be a little bit more diverse, a little bit more out there, because you don't have like the common meta just, showing itself through, 9 rounds of Swiss and then 4 more rounds of next day.
You don't have 20 team building groups just showing the same 6 Pokemon.
I mean, that's a big part of it too. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. Coming in 4th, and this one, by the way, it should be mentioned that because of the size, there is no cash prize for this. There is no Worlds invite for this, but there is a championship point
still a lot,
distribution. Yeah, absolutely. Like the person who comes in first still gets 200 championship points. Like that's pretty amazing. Coming in 4th, we have Augustin. I'm just going to go with first names because I'm going to ruin it if I don't. Augustine, because I had the accent on the I, who went in with a Calyrex Shadow, a Rillaboom, a Chi-Yu, a Mienshao, a Clefairy, and a Fluttermane.
Oh, Mike hasn't been playing Reg G. Mienshao is actually really good.
Okay, so please enlighten me.
I got you. Inner Focus, so you can't get Fake Outed in return. You have access to Fake Out. You have access to Wide Guard. That's all you need. That's it. That's all it needs. CC still hurts too. Oh. Deals with the blurses. You also have Feint to break through Protect if you want to do that. It's Hitmon top without the Intimidate.
See, but is this like top 4 at a regionals good?
No.
Okay.
It's better than it was in like regulation. What was it before? F. Yeah.
Sure. It's true. Coming in 3rd was Sebastian with Terrapagos, Amoonguss, Chi-Yu, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Raging Bolt, and Tornadus.
Is that the exact same team we just saw?
That's very close. There was there was not a Chi-Yu or a Tornadus.
We don't have Poképastes to these either, so we don't know any of the sets, in case you guys were wondering.
Coming in 2nd was another Augustin, who has a Calyrex Ice, an Ogerpon Wellspring, a Torkoal, an Urshifu Single Strike, a Smeargle, and a Farigiraf.
This is a hard Trick Room team in disguise.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't look like a hard Trick Room team, but it is a hard Trick Room team. Oh yeah, I guess Smeargle can learn Wide Guard now too, so that can technically count as a Wide Guard user.
Can it learn everything?
Yes.
So, I mean, you're saying it can have Wide Guard, but you know what? Could have Explosion.
Yes, it could.
You ever think
can
of
also
that?
Explode. It can also Fake Out, can also Spore.
Yeah.
No.
It can also Tail Glow.
That is a possibility, yeah.
Yep. Coming in 1st was Juan Salemo with Calyrex Ice, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Pelipper, and Golden Go.
That's looking like a lot of the teams that we just talked about.
With the Golden Go.
Understandably so. Yeah.
I feel like Golden Go is always one of those Pokemon that like you can kind of sprinkle into a team if it just needs something. If it just needs a little spice, you give it the metal.
The thing with Golden Go is that it's like when you play Golden Go, you have to use your brain to be good at it. But you could just play Fluttermane instead and not use your brain. So there's always that little give and take. It's like if you want to really impress your friends, yeah, you play Golden Go.
Oh, you played Golden Go? Wow.
You had to nasty plot before you did damage. Wild. I'd rather just not, I'd rather just click a button.
I'd rather send my Pokemon out, have the screen go blink blonk, and then say Fluttermane's special attack went up again.
Blink blonk.
Blink blonk. So that was Buenos Aires. We've also got Bogota. Now we're now exiting the May 4th and 5th and now entering into May 11th. The next month. The next week.
The next year.
Next year. But first I thought maybe let's take a little break. Let's go on to last week's question of the day. Spend a little bit of time in that. We don't always have to be talking about the regionals.
This week's question, what do you use to clean your ears?
Oh, 100%. So if you haven't watched or listened to the previous episode of Pokésports, Kevin and I, we kind of went off the rails a little bit. Much like the beginning of this podcast. Wow! We did a quiz. And this quiz was so much fun. And I just went and I said, you know what? Go and try it for yourself. Go and enjoy it. See what happens. That was the question of the day. Give the dumb quiz a try. Write your own silly question or answer. Kevin, are you ready for some silly questions?
No, I'm never going to be ready for this quiz, Mike.
Well, I will. Let's see. Oh, I'm sure someone gave a good one. Yeah, here we go. Jetpack the 67th says, what Pokemon is the best gymnast?
They do flips. They do...
Sure.
They do handstands.
Mm-hmm. They do handstands. Yeah.
What else do they do? Backflips? Give me a hint.
What Pokemon is the best gymnast? Think of, I don't know. What Pokemon is the best gymnast? That's the only I can give you.
I don't know.
It's not what you think. What kind of moves can...
Acrobatics?
Okay.
Acrobat. Zubat.
Okay.
Swoobat.
Interesting.
No, I don't know, man.
Acrobatics. You're getting colder. Acrobatics? You were like
is it not
blaring
acrobatics?
Hot.
So acrobatics.
No, the thing that you said after that was closer.
Zubat.
Yeah.
What?
It's not the answer, but it's very close.
Golbat.
You're even closer.
Crobat. Now
the answer is acrobat.
Acrobat. Okay, I get it.
There you go.
Who said that?
That was a Jetpack the 67th.
Go outside. Good job, though. But go outside.
That was really, really good. Yeah. I got one more for you. How about this?
God.
Cool Hand XG says, how can you cook salmon?
Salmon, you fry it.
Sure.
Bake it?
Yeah. Very accurate. Very true.
Sear it. Sear?
You sure can.
Sear? Sand sear.
What?
Is that a Pokemon?
Uh-oh.
Semi-sear. Semi-sear?
Okay, one more time.
No.
Like, super hot.
I pan-sear it?
There you go.
Pan-sage? It is pan-sear?
Yeah, you pan-sear.
Oh my God. I got there. I actually got there.
I loved seeing how your brain worked for that one. That's wild.
I love seeing my brain working too.
Yeah, it's like you started very much in one place, and then like it latched
Try.
on to the other.
Seer.
You take little baby steps all the way over. And then
I said Semi-Seer. Semi-Seer is not even a Pokemon, is it?
It is a Pokemon. It's what evolves from.
Oh, it's the bigger one?
No. Wait, hold on.
There's Semi-Sage. I think I might be getting them mixed up. These monkeys haven't been in games in like 17 years, guys. I'm sorry, I don't remember them.
Panseer, Semi-Seer, and Semi-Sage. Yeah.
Oh, so there is a Semi-Seer and a Panseer? Okay, good.
Yeah. There's a Pansage, a Semi-Sage, Panseer, Semi-Seer,
Okay.
Panpour, Semi-Pour.
Neat.
Words don't have meaning to me anymore.
Ears.
Yeah. One person hijacked, Henno hijacked, says, I love Porygon. I cannot stress this enough. I adore Porygon and all its forms. Base 2, Z, and hopefully the Mega. They will hopefully give it in PL Zaza. I love my low poly duck.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
The passion in like Henno went all caps for most of this. It was
Their name was
hijack.
Henno?
I love Porygon, Henno, all
Henno?
in lowercase. And then the rest of it was an all caps rage about how much they love Porygon.
Henno's the kind of person that played Red and Blue, sat at the game corner, and literally played the slot games until they got 99999 coins, and then got a Porygon too, and then won the game with the Porygon, or just Porygon.
I respect it. I do respect it, because that's like you have to put so much dedication into that game corner. And then
Was there no other way to get Porygon? No, right?
Not in that game, no.
They
No,
made
that's-
us do that? Oh
that's
my
how you
God.
got it. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Are you ready to get back into regionals?
Yes.
Okay. We've got Bogota. We've got Stockholm. We've got Carolina. Which one do you want to do first?
Well, we talked about Bogota already. Let's do
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We're here. We started this can of worms.
This was another one that there was no cash prize. There was the same 200 CP, 160, 130 for the top fours. And again, with these low cap tournaments, very interesting, very different Pokemon. Over in Bogota, we love Zamazenta. Can't get enough of the dog.
It's crazy how the meta shifted so much in just 1 week.
Yeah.
It's like
That's-
Zamazenta is like a top dog now.
That's super true. When we go over to Stockholm, you're going to see Zamazenta in New Light as well. And when you go into Carolina, it's actually not there. But Bogota, Jimmy Suarez comes in with a Calyrex Shadow and a Mungus and Incineroar, a Urshifu Rapid Strike, a Raging Bolt, and a Rillaboom. This is again like this whole like Amoonguss, Incineroar, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Rillaboom. Not really Rillaboom, but Raging Bolt. Like those 4 Pokemon, Grass, Water, Fire, Electric, like we see it all over the place right now.
Jimmy, I like the team. You're not getting points for creativity, though.
Sure. Sure, but you might
It's
be
just
getting
a good team.
you might just be getting championship points, but that's good
that's
too.
all you're getting. You're not getting a Pokésports point.
not getting a Pokésports
Sorry,
Medal of
Jimmy.
Honor. We're not sending you a moon pin for that one.
I wouldn't play this team on my channel. Who will I put on the thumbnail?
Amoonguss.
Among Us.
Actually, no, you just put Brute Bonnet. I was
I
like,
might play
didn't
this
you
on
just recent-
Patreon.
Yeah. Gallo Orbea came in third with a Zamazenta, Chempao, Incineroar, Fluttermane, Pelipper, and Raging Bolt. Now, so here is the first of the Zamazentas that we're talking about. What makes Zamazenta so good right now?
Okay, it's very easy. The reason why Zamazenta is so good is its steel typing is one of them. It now has access to body press, which it didn't get access to ever before. You can go ahead, go for the iron defense, body
Alright.
press, hurt some things. You can use your Behemoth Bash or Heavy Slam. More people are relying towards Heavy Slam a little bit more just because thanks. Just
Yeah.
because it does more damage most of the time, more times, because Zamazenta weighs a bajillion pounds.
Sure does.
And then you also have Wide Guard, which the doggy does get. The cool thing is, a lot of people were thinking that Zamazenta and were like, they're always going to compare Zamazenta and Zacian, right?
Yeah.
Because Zacian was the top dog last generation.
Big dog.
And I think we said it here on the podcast that like Zamazenta feels better than Zacian. And I remember someone gave me a lot of crap for it earlier on. They're like, oh, the same people that thought Incineroar was going to be mid are saying Zamazenta is better than Zacian now. Stay in Pokeball tier or something. So all I did, I took that little quote.
Yep.
I opened up Twitter and I posted the results of Zamazenta.
Whoopsie.
From Stockholm, which we'll get to Stockholm in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my little proud moment. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, Zamazenta's better. Because the thing with Zacian now is that when you do switch in and you get that +1, you don't get a second +1 ever again.
Right.
You just have to intimidate it, and then it's back to where it was, and it can't do anything about it.
Now, we were saying this back in Sword and Shield as well. Even if this wasn't the case, even if, you sent your Zacian in after having sent it in before and it was getting that +1 again, I don't think it would still be as good as it is or as it was. Because the major thing was that it did twice as much damage to the main gimmick of the game. And this one, you can very easily build around steel types. You just inherently right now have more to deal with steel types because of how many more steel types there are in the game. You're always prepping for a Golden Go. You're always prepping for Terra Steel. Like you have to have that in your kit right now anyway. So to see Zacian kind of fall from grace, to me, I think is more a change in the gimmick and a change in the meta.
Yeah. Behemoth Bash is a lot worse when it's not 200 base damage on a Dynamax Pokemon. Yeah. Or Behemoth Blade, whatever.
And see, we've already strayed so far away from Zacian that now you're thinking it's Behemoth Bash.
Yeah. That's Zamazenta good.
Zamazenta good. Coming in second, we have Jean Lopez coming in with a Zamazenta. Oh, another one. A Chen Pao, Amoonguss, Fluttermane, Pelipper, and Raging Bolt. Now, if you are sitting there thinking, that sounds a lot like the team that Mike just said. Yeah, it pretty much is. They swapped out an Incineroar for an Amoonguss.
Those are very different Pokemon. But yeah. Okay. One team's more annoying than the other.
Definitely.
And that's why it's second place and not third, I guess.
It's about 30 championship points better. 30 championship points more annoying than the team that came in third. And
that's
then
the Amoonguss factor.
Team that came in first was Max Morales, who came in with a Terapagos, an Amoonguss, there it is, a Chi-Yu, an Urshifu. Is this one rapid? Yes, it is. An Urshifu Rapid Strike, a Tornadus, and a Raging Bolt. This team, I think, benefits a lot from the other Pelipers that are on the top 8. You've got an Urshifu Rapid Strike in there that's just like, when things are raining, it's like, great, nice, let's go.
Can we take a second to just appreciate all the Raging Bolts that are on the right-hand side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 8. 6 of the top 8 have Raging Bolts. That's nuts. 5
of the top 5 have Raging Bolt.
Yeah, there you go.
That's wild. And for good reason. It's what I always wanted Raichu to be, and what I feel like a lot of people always wanted Raichu to be.
Michael can't pronounce Raikou.
No, I wanted to say Raichu. The evolution of Pikachu.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say Raikou because Raging Bolt.
No, sir.
I know what I said.
I always wanted Raichu to be. I know what I said.
A dragon type. Mike wanted Gorochu.
I wanted Gorochu. 55 players in Bogota, Colombia.
55 fries, 55 pizzas, 55 burgers.
55 players, 55 Raging Bulls, 55 Zamazentas. Basically. Let's go in order of... Oh, well, that ship's sailed. I was about to say in order of players, but no, Carolina, Puerto Rico had 45, which is 10 lower than Bogota. But whatever, we'll we'll talk about this one anyway. Because this one was interesting. This one, they had more Serenas than I've ever seen in my life. 2.
Which one are we on? Carolina?
Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Serena's on rain teams. It's a fun thing to do. I wish I had the EVs and, like, not the EVs, but, like, the open team sheets of these Serenas.
Yeah.
I just want to know what they're doing.
I do want to know what people are doing with Serena right now, yeah.
Because my biggest issue with Serena is because, you know, Kevin Luck.
Sure.
You know, it doesn't have accurate moves. It has power whip as its stab.
Which you always miss.
High jump kick. And then it has triple axel.
Which you always miss.
It does have wide guard, so I guess maybe that's what people are doing.
That's very true. The amount of wide guards have.
I might have pulled that one out of my foot.
Is that true? Yeah, hold on.
Serena wide guard? Question mark?
Anyway, well, is it? Does it? I'm so curious. No,
nobody knows. Doesn't. Okay.
No,
I was wrong. Then what does it get? Oh, quick guard is what it gets.
Hold on.
Which makes no sense because you have Queenly Majesty.
Kevin, we need to make a quick apology video.
I'm sorry.
We here at Pokésports would like to take this time to formally apologize to all of the people out there who trusted in us and believed. Oh no, I forgot my big deep breath. Wait. I feel so bad for having to make this video. We said that Serena gets wide guard and it doesn't. I'm sorry. And then that's the end of the video.
Get out of here!
Okay. What? Oh, is that the internet canceling us?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to yell.
You did it. And coming in 4th was Xavier. Xavier came in with a Kyogre, a Serena, an Incineroar, an Urshifu. Period. This one doesn't even say rapid or single, but we're going to assume that it's rapid, right?
Yeah, it's on a rain team.
Yeah. An Iron Jugulus and a Fluttermane.
I've never seen Xavier spelled that way before. Alex Xavier?
Alex Xavier. Yeah, there it is.
Is that the same? This is a similar team to what we saw 2 or 3 regionals that we talked about ago, right?
Yes.
I remember there was an Iron Jugulus. That's probably, we can't see what it is, but assuming it's going to be the Hurricane set again.
Right.
Again, I think Iron Jugulus is underexplored. I think it needs to be played more. And if there's a rain team that's running around, Kyogre is not running around too much.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably the best version of it, I'd say.
Fair enough. Coming in 3rd was Alexander, who went in with a Calyrex Ice, an Amoonguss, an Incineroar, Golden Go, Pelipper, and Raging Bolt. This is very similar.
Already today.
This is this team we've said over and over and over and over. Amoonguss, physical. So yeah, not too much to say about that. We've talked about that team to death. Coming in 2nd was Janoi?
What flag is this?
Yeah, it was VIR.
VIR.
Country flag. We had very different ways. The Virgin Islands.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's an island near Puerto Rico. Makes sense.
Okay. Terrapagos, Ogre Spring Wellpond, Entei, Urshifu.
Entei?
Yeah, an Entei on this one.
Inner Focus. Little old news, but
sure.
Okay.
Farigiraf and Raging Bolt. Now, this is a fun game. Based on this team, which kind of Urshifu do you think this is?
Ooh.
Because in my mind, this could kind of be either way, but I'm kind of leaning towards single.
It could be both. It might be single because there's already a Ogre Pond on the team. That's a water pond.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? No, it doesn't say.
No, it doesn't say.
It just says Urshifu.
Yeah, we've got small sample sizes here. And then coming in 1st, we have Kenneth, who came in with a Golden Go, Tornadus, an Incineroar, Rillaboom, Walking Wake, and Koraidon. Now,
Sun team, baby.
That's a Sun team if I ever did see one. And you know what I'm not seeing a lot of is rain teams. Nah, it's not true. I'm seeing 4.
You're seeing rain teams, just not Kyogres. The thing is,
significantly less rain than the other ones that we've talked about today.
There's a Koraidon set that's running around that I absolutely hate. It's like you flame charge once, get a +1 in speed, and then you just start collision coursing everything to death. It's so irritating.
I have heard of this one.
Can't say if this is the one, but yeah.
That sounds painful. It sounds painful. And plus bring in the walking wake too with the protosynthesis and the steam, whatever. It's a steam eruption. Hydro steam.
Yeah.
That's it.
Steam eruption. That's a volcanian.
Yeah.
All right, bye Puerto Rico.
It's good. Bye Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was fun. 45 players at that one. If you wanted to go and really, spend some money to go out to a regionals, that's 200 CP for you if you're really good.
I feel like going to Puerto Rico would be a nice vacation.
I agree. I super agree.
Just take a whole week, play Pokemon on the weekend, and then just spend the rest of your time at the beach.
Yeah. How about
maybe we're doing regionals wrong.
That's true.
Maybe we should be doing different things.
Maybe we should be planning entire vacations around 2-day events.
Yes.
Yes. What a strong idea. That idea, you know what? It's many things, but on top of all of it, it's strong.
Sweden
happened. Sweden, which also around that time, Eurovision was on. And we were talking just before the podcast, and Kevin doesn't know what Eurovision is.
Should I?
Yeah.
What is it? Explain it.
So
tell me. Educate me.
Eurovision is a song contest.
Okay.
Where they bring several countries together. I think it's like 37 countries. They bring them together and they all have a representative. They go on stage, they perform it live, and then all of the countries vote, and then all of the countries outside of those countries vote. Okay. And like really, really amazing songs and artists have been made through Eurovision. Like ABBA, had their start in Eurovision. Celine Dion performed at Eurovision.
So this is just The Voice.
Kind of, but like it's like a 50-year tradition, like more than.
Oh, so it's like a Voice, but big deal.
Yeah, very big.
Like
deal.
I should know about this, but I'm an uncultured American swine.
It's okay. I've got several to show you. Like the production value is wild in these things. It's really good.
Oh, like it's actually like pumped full of money.
100%.
Okay,
100%.
That sounds like fun. Did Portugal win?
No, Switzerland won this year.
Were we invited?
Were we invited? No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we're in Europe. That's unfair.
Wait. Portugal Eurovision.
Oh, you guys got last place.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, we were in it? Oh, nice. We didn't win, though.
No. I don't know where you were.
Me either. Yeah. I don't know where I am.
Oh, fair. So, yeah, Sweden, not arguably, this one had the most attendance out of most of the ones that we've said, except for the biggest one in Indianapolis that we've been saying. 256 players.
256.
That's 5 day 1 Swiss rounds and 5 day 2 Swiss rounds. Top 8 single elimination. We have the top 4, and this one's a very diversified. Have you seen the diversity in this?
Thank you. The meta's not developed yet. Good.
Sure, the diversity in the teams. I'm talking about the diversity in the people who are there.
Oh, Mike's looking at flags.
We had 2 Italians, 2 Americans, one from Denmark, one from one from the UK, one from Japan, one from Germany. Germany. Wow. Coming in 4th was Matt Maynard, who went in with a Miraidon, Whimsicott, Ogerpon Wellspring, Iron Hands for a Giraffe, and Blursaluna.
I've been waiting to see when the Iron Hands was going to come in.
Yeah.
I didn't want to speak too soon because a lot of people are on their Raging Bolt train. As you can see in the last region, we talked about 5 Raging Bolts in top 5.
Yeah.
But Iron Hands used to not run an item, or it used to not use its ability.
Right.
Now it could use its ability. Let's use its ability. You know?
It's true, because now you can send your Miraidon out. You have Hadron Engine. You drop your Electric Terrain. You bring out your Iron Hands. You get that Quark Drive finally. And now you're also holding an Assault Vest.
You know?
Yeah.
It might be time to give it a shot again. 2 teams had an Iron Hands in it, you know?
They ended up top 8.
Might be time.
Might be good. Coming in 3rd, Marco Silva with a Urshifu Single Strike, Calyrex Ice, Golden Go, Raging Bolt, Incineroar, and Amoonguss.
It's just Cali Ice balance again. It's really good, guys. Use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't play Hard Trick Room Cali Ice like I do. Just run this team.
Toss a clear amulet on it because you do not want that thing getting intimidated once.
Nah. You just want to keep all your boosts.
Keep all your boosts. Coming in second, we had Joji Kaeda with a Tornadus, Ogerpon, Cornerstone, Fluttermane, Amoonguss, Terapagos, and Chi-Yu.
Another Cornerstone. Cornerstone kind of just shows up here and there. I guess it just makes sense in the meta, right? A lot of things float. A lot of things are fire type. A lot of things are weak to rock. 100% accurate rock move. Pretty good.
That's true, but like, I don't know, man. Think about like the difference between an Ogerpon Cornerstone and an Ogerpon Wellspring. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is the true difference here, right? You're doing super effective damage to your flying types, right? You're knocking out Tornaduses however you want. You're knocking out your Incineroars however you want. But with a Wellspring, you're still knocking out those Incineroars. You're still knocking out Fluttermanes sometimes. I guess it's just that sturdy, huh?
It must be sturdy, or it must be Pelipper's. Because Ogerpon can't deal with Pelipper's well. But
Ogerpon likes it when Pelipper's are on the field. I don't know.
Maybe he likes it better when it's your Pelipper and it can't hurricane you, though.
It's true. And then last but not least, coming in first, and by the way, in Sweden, there was a cash prize. So the winner did get their 2024 Worlds invite. There was a $6,000 cash prize. Second gets $4,000, third and fourth get $2,000. The winner with 2024 Worlds, 200 championship points, $6,000 was Michael Kelsch, who came in with a Zamazenta #1, Pelipper, Chenpao, Latios, Rillaboom, and Moltres Galarian. A very, very legendary / pseudo-legendary team.
Very strong team, too.
Very
it's like
strong.
using a lot of interesting Pokemon that you don't see every day, like things like Latios, for example, as like just a fast Icy Wind user that also has Luster Purge and Draco Meteor.
Right.
Kind of random, but yeah, Latios with Soldu's pretty darn good. Moltres, great into, I feel like, I don't get it. Not that many people are running Galarian Moltres or Iron Jugulus, but then they're complaining about Calyrex Shadow. It's like, guys, you have answers to them. They exist. I know it's not Eviltal, but, it's still something.
They wish that it were. That's the thing. Moltres Galarian Moltres is just budget Eviltal.
It is budget Eviltal. And then Iron Jugulus is budget Eviltal. That's the problem.
You've got, big boxy Veltal. You've got your mom and pop shop, Moltres Galarian, and then you got your lemonade stand, Iron Jugulus.
I'm gonna say a calc that's gonna injure you when you think about it.
Okay.
Can you imagine like having a Eviltal in the current game with a Dark Terra Dark Durst with Wicked Blow and Choice Band? Then that gets boosted by Dark Aura even further.
Well, that's got to do like at least 70 damage.
At least, yeah. Its base power 75.
That's a lot of damage. Wow. No, absolutely. That's got to be a lot. I keep looking at this Loudred Google image search. Gonna have to close that. Anyway, that's VGC around the world. How are you feeling about that?
I'm happy now that Zamazenta won and didn't make me look stupid.
I think, like, because we spent 3 years comparing loosely. We always went back to it a little bit. Zamazenta versus Zacian.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, they're the box legendaries. They're supposed to be good. And one of them just straight up wasn't.
Yeah.
And we're like, what does Zamazenta need? Like, we had focus groups figuring out like what Zamazenta needed in order to be good. And everybody was like, the typing isn't helping it so much right now. And its ability isn't helping it so much. And it doesn't have body press. Why doesn't it have body press? I want it to have body press so bad.
It's literally a fighting type that gets a +1 in defense.
With a body.
With the body.
And so we said all these things. And now, come 2024, we have a meta where you can single type anything that you want. So the options, options, you have so much options.
The options are endless.
They gave it body press. And the ability, even though it wasn't all that great, it doesn't matter because its counterpart was nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
His ability's okay. We'll
It's a
take
lot harder to lower someone's defense than it is to lower someone's attack.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway. I feel good about that. How about you?
You remember you made a whole video on why Zacian is broken
I sure
in Sword
did.
and Shield?
Yep.
I think it's time for Zamazenta to get one.
Oh, okay. I wish I was still in that house. I'm not even in that house anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind.
I miss my big gray wall. I'd set my
just
camera
lift
again.
your bed sheets up.
Oh,
Just
smart.
big gray bed sheets.
Zoop.
Just hold it like this the whole time.
Mm-hmm. No, this time I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to rent out a theater. It'll be my TED Talk. I'll put
Oh, can I be your audience?
Yeah.
I'll be the best audience.
Sure. That'd be fun. Get the whole equipment set up. Talk to an audience of Kevin.
And now questions from the audience.
Yes, you in the back.
That's what I said.
That's a very good question. And I would answer it, but
If you don't mind, I got a match to get ready for. Yeah.
then I walk away. And then you're just sitting there for the next 5 minutes. Music starts playing. You don't know if it's time to leave or if I'm going to come back out and be like,
Encore.
one more time. But no, you're going to be sitting there all night.
Dead.
And that is this episode of Pokésports.
We did it.
We did it. If you enjoyed this podcast, go do something about it. Go on Apple Podcasts. Go and leave us a review. Make it 5 stars if you could, because that helps us out in the algorithm. Yeah.
Clean your ears, folks.
If you want to see more Pokésports, you can go to youtube.com/Pokésports, where you can see a different video every single day with a different Pokemon highlighted. If you want to see even more Pokésports from that, you go on over to patreon.com/Pokésports, where you can watch this episode and the our pre this podcast, where we talk about who knows what.
That's the surprise. That's the charm. No one actually knows. We don't even knows.
Yeah, it's our warm-up. That's our warm-up. And some people have been really enjoying that. And other people have been like, no, get this off the internet. Nobody said that. You can also go and watch Kevin be really try hard at VGC.
Yeah. If you want to watch me play with a Calyrex Ice.
There you go.
That's the place to do it.
Go for it over to patreon.com/Pokésports. I hope you have a good week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.